Hey, so today we're going to take a look at our old friend, the Pythagorean theorem, just as a review to get us ready for tomorrow's new lesson. All right, so you can use the Pythagorean theorem when you have a right triangle and you know two of the sides and are looking for the third. We remember that the relationship that we can use is that the first side squared plus the second side squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. And when I say sides, I mean legs. One of the legs squared plus the other leg squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. And this is a pretty easy relationship to use, provided you know two things. What's a side and what's a hypotenuse? And then you got to put things in the right place and do the math. But if you just know the difference between a leg and a hypotenuse, you should be good. Okay, so how do I do a problem like this? Okay, well, this is a leg and this is a leg, and I'm missing the hypotenuse. So 3 squared plus 5 squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Okay, and now it's just a little bit of math. 3 squared, 9, 25 is equal to x squared. 9 plus 25 is equal to 34. And now how do I solve for x? Well, I have to get rid of that square so I could take the square root of both sides. So x is equal to the square root of 34. Now, the question from yesterday is, can that be simplified? All right, well, are there any perfect square factors of 34? I think about the number 34, and it's a product of two numbers, 2 and 17, and both of those are prime. Neither of them is a perfect square, so that is as simple as it gets. How about this guy here? Okay, for this one here, I'm looking for a leg. I've got a leg and a hypotenuse, and I want to know the missing leg. So one of these is the thing that I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to write my equation. X squared plus 7 squared. So the leg squared plus the leg squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. And now I just do the math. X squared plus 49 is equal to 63. Not 63, that's silly. 81. Subtract 49 from both sides. X squared is equal to 32. Take the square root of both sides, and I'm going to write it right here because I've got a space and my board is small. When I take the square root of both sides, I get that x is equal to the square root of 32. But now let's think about that. Are there any perfect square factors of 32? Yeah, there are, and the biggest one is 16. So 32 is the same as the square root of 16 times 2, but the square root of 16 is 4. So my final answer, 4 root 2, and that's the length that I'm looking for. All right. We're going to do 5 practice problems today, and tomorrow we're going to take all of our review stuff and start to unfold new stuff. All right, guys.